guys, so today I'm going to be doing the Mommy Tag 2.0. This is my first tag video, and I didn't do the first Mommy Tag. This is kind of like my first one. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do the original Mommy Tag before the Mommy Tag 2.0. If so, then I'm doing it wrong, but oh well. So let's just get into it. I have my phone just so I can read the questions. So the first question is, how many children do you have and how old are they? So I have one. Her name is Aurora June. That's her first and her middle. I'm not going to release any last names, of course. And she's 2. She turned 2 in January. She's my only child right now. However, my husband and I do plan on expanding our family in the near future. So the second question is, what is your proudest moment as a mom of your child? My proudest moment would probably have to be, I have other mommy friends around my age that had children around the same time as I had Rory. And whenever we're like at parties together or their kids are playing with my child, etc., they're always flabbergasted about how polite she is. You know, she says please and thank you and excuse me, and every time they're like, how did you get her to say that? I can't even get my kid to say please. And I said, you know, from as soon as she started talking, we started instilling manners into her because I wanted to make sure that my child had manners and respect, and that she was polite. So whenever I get complimented on how polite my daughter is, I always beam a little bit because I wanted to instill that in her at a very young age, to say please and thank you and to say sorry and just to overly be a polite little girl. So that makes me very, very proud. The third question is, what is your most frustrating moment as a mom? My most frustrating moment would probably be, now that she's 2 and she's kind of hit that terrible 2 mark, when she gets like an emotional overload and she doesn't even know what she wants anymore, so it's to the point where you don't even know what she wants in order to make her feel better. It's a little frustrating. I kind of just tend to, you know, sit with her and hold her and let her cry it out until she's, you know, okay again and is finally down to a normal emotional pace. But I think that's just normal 2-year-old. It's not that she does anything more frustrating than any other children. It's just she's 2 and being a 2-year-old is frustrating. Alright, so the fourth question is, how do you discipline your child or children? So we have a timeout chair. It's a little furry red Elmo chair that was given to us by one of my great aunts. She kind of had it sitting there and tossed it down to us. So that is the timeout chair. She knows that that's the timeout chair. We have it just sitting facing a wall, and she knows to go to it when we tell her to, and she knows not to get off it until we say that it's okay. We don't leave her there that long though, because she is only 2, and we only put her on it for good reasons, you know, hitting, you know, just things like that. Things, you know, smacking the dog, you know, something that's bad enough to the point where we would put her in timeout. We don't put her in timeout for silly things that she's 2 and she's going to do. So that's what we do. We have a timeout chair. The fifth question is cursing. Do you do it in front of your child or children? My husband and I try very hard not to curse around our child. We try very hard to make sure when we have guests over that they also watch their mouth. Most of them have children as well, and they know not to swear in front of children, but every once in a while we'll get a person that'll come in here and they'll let one slip, and we'll be like, you know, can you watch it? She's 2, she picks up on everything. So we try really hard not to curse. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect and I don't slip every once in a while, or that my husband doesn't slip every once in a while. I mean, I think it happens to everybody and it happens to the best of us, but we try really hard not to curse in front of her. Okay, the 7th question is, since becoming a mom, do you find yourself acting more like your own mom? I would say no. I mean, maybe in some ways. My mom was a very kind of laid back mom, and I always loved that about her. She let me explore, she let me get dirty, she let me do that, and I try to make sure that I instill that in my child too. I want her to have the wild and abandon that a kid should have, and I want her to be able to play and get dirty and think that it's okay and to use her imagination and things like that. And I try really hard to make sure that you know, it happens as well. I wouldn't say that there's anything necessarily that I do that reminds me of my mom. If there is, and I don't know about it, I've never really had anyone say, oh, you sound like mom, or, you know, whatever. But, yeah, I guess that would be that. My 8th question is, how are your relationships with your girlfriends? It's funny because since Rory was my first child, I had a lot of friends that didn't have kids yet or weren't in the same place in their life that I was, and most of them understood. The ones that didn't, they just kind of fell back. I mean, it's sad, but when life moves on, so do people, and some people just fall in and out of your lives for a reason. And some of the people that I was really close with before I got pregnant, I'm not as close with now. Not to say that anything happened and that there's a reason we're not as close. It's just time happens, life happens, children happen, and that's that. But I will say that I have gained, I think, more friends since becoming a mom, because when you're a mother and you find another young mother and you have your children to talk about and similar experiences, then you tend to gravitate more towards them. So I'd say I have a lot more mommy friends now than I did before. And I kind of never noticed, I never really thought that would become a thing, that after I became a mom that I would get this whole another friend circle of other moms. So it's kind of cool. I mean, it makes me not so sad that some people I was close with I kind of lost some touch with, because I gained all these other incredible friends that have similar things going on in similar places, and that are in similar places in their life as I am. Okay, my 10th. Nope, I lied. My ninth question. Your favorite place to take your child or children? Rory loves to go shopping, and I love to go shopping, so I like to take her shopping. I don't usually like to take her shopping by myself because she's 2 and that's a nightmare. But I like to go shopping with my mom and my sister or a friend, and I'll bring Rory with me, and she likes it. She's usually pretty good in a store. You know, I tend to make sure I bring things to keep her occupied, but she likes to, she loves Target. So she likes to walk around Target and look at the TVs and look at the clothes and frolic around the toy section, you know, so I like to take her to Target. I also really like to take her to the park. She loves slides right now. She's obsessed with slides. So we're kind of trying out new playgrounds in the area. If we see a new one, we'll kind of stop by it. So we've taken her to like 4 or 5 different parks just in the past month. And she's really enjoying that, and I love taking her out there to do that too. It gets her around other kids, and it gets her in the sunshine and playing outside, and it's really good for her, and I enjoy that as well. The other place that we really love taking her, we took her there a lot last year. There's a place around that's kind of like a discovery farmland. It's called Davis Farmland, and they have a petting zoo that's ginormous. You can go in, and there's a little trail, and they've got ducks and goats and sheep, and they let the babies kind of just run around this little area, so you can sit and touch the babies, the baby lambs and the baby goats, and they have pigs, and they have horses and cows, and just any kind of farm animal you could think of they have there. But then on top of that, they also have like a water like splash area kind of thing that they open up in the summer. So that's really cool too, because we can take her there and just do that, or we can take her there for the whole day and do everything, because they also have another area that's like parks and like a toddler play area and like all sorts of things, and we really enjoy taking her there. We actually just went a couple weekends ago because it was their EMS fire police weekend, and if you are an EMS fire police family, then you get in for free. So we got in for free because my husband is an EMT firefighter. So we went and took her there and got to spend the whole day there for free. So we really, really enjoyed that. Alright, the next question is your least favorite place to take your child or children. Probably the doctor's office. We really like her doctor, her pediatrician, and we like him, so it's not like we dread going there for him. We dread going there because she doesn't really like it. She doesn't really like to sit still in the room. She always wants to leave. If they give her shots, and she's kind of whiny afterwards. So that's probably the number one place that I kind of hate taking her. I also hate having to take her to my hair appointment with me. I'll never take her there by myself because I get my hair professionally dyed and I have to sit there with dye in my hair for a half hour. So trying to chase around a toddler is a nightmare. So I usually make sure that I bring a friend or my sister or my mom or my husband or somebody to watch her if I have to take her to my hair appointment with me. Alright, so the next question is piercing baby's ears, do or don't? Do. I had Rory's ears pierced at 6 months. She doesn't have them pierced anymore because she has since pulled them out. We got them re-pierced when she was about a year old, and no, a little over a year because it was right before my wedding. And she pulled them out again, and we lost the earrings. So it got to the point where we were losing earrings. We didn't want to keep having to buy earrings, so we kind of just left it. I'll probably get them pierced again for her when she's old enough to know not to touch them and not to play with them. I don't have to worry about her choking on them. But for anyone else that doesn't have a child that's as stubborn as mine, I would still recommend getting them done when they're a baby. They cry when they get them pierced, but after like 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, she was done and sleeping in her carriage when I got them done when she was 6 months. And it was so easy to clean because when they're 6 months, they can't really move and fight you when you're trying to clean their ear. So I mean, I had no issue getting her ears done at 6, and everyone thought it was the cutest thing. So I have no issues with piercing babies' ears. Next question. Favorite skincare for you and your child? We really like the Johnson's baby lotion. That's really the only kind of lotion we use on her. For sunscreen, we use the Coppertone Baby, the waterproof one. And that's probably my favorite skin things for her. Me personally, I like the Johnsons as well for her, but I mean that's pretty much all we really use on her. We use the calming lavender bath and stuff if you really want to count that. Okay. Number 13, must-have mommy makeup item. I would say probably my BB cream. I tend to use BB cream more than foundation because BB cream is easier to apply, I think. It's a little bit quicker, you don't have to worry about blending it in as well. And I like that BB cream doesn't make me look too done up, it's more natural, and so I'd say definitely my BB cream. Number 14, bath or shower for you and your child. For Rory, definitely a bath. We have not started giving her showers yet. She's never been in a shower, so I would definitely say bath. And I would say bath for myself too. I take a bubble bath every Sunday night. That's my mommy relaxation time before starting another week. So I will sit in a bubble bath with a glass of wine and my Kindle and veg out. So bath for both of us. Are you back to your pre-baby weight? No, I would say no. I think I'm still about 5 to 10 pounds over where I was before I was pregnant. But I'm getting there. Alright, number 16, college dreams. Do you expect them to go, or are you going to let them decide for themselves? I'm going to let her decide for herself. Obviously, whatever she wants to do, I'll support her within reason. You know, she says, I want to go to Vegas and be a showgirl. I can't say I necessarily support that. But I would definitely try my hardest to support her and to kind of steer her into where she definitely wants to go. My husband and I are totally on the same page when it comes to that. If she wants to do college, we will do everything in our power to get her where she wants to go. And if she decides that college isn't for her and she wants to go another route, then we'll explore that with her as well. Number 17, what is one show your children loves but you secretly hate? Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I like Mickey as much as the next person, and I am a huge Disney freak, you know, and Rory likes to watch Sophia the First, Doc McStuffins. I can so deal with those, but Mickey Mouse Clubhouse gets on my nerves so bad. It's goofy. It's goofy. I can't stand Goofy. His hat annoys me. When they do the hot dog dance at the end of the show and his hat's just bouncing off his head, it drives me insane. The way he talks, the way he laughs, the way he sings, the way he's obsessed with bologna sandwiches. Like, no, Goofy, just totally, no, like right through me. I can't. Goofy, I have no love for Goofy. And you know what it is? When she was young, like young, like 6 months old, and she would have trouble sleeping, the only thing that would put her to sleep is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So my husband and I had sat through so much Mickey Mouse Clubhouse that it just got to the point where we don't even hear it anymore. So now when she wants to watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, I'll do something else while she's watching it. And that's pretty much how I deal with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And it's not really a secret. Oh gosh. Number 18, cloth diapers, yay or nay? Nay for me. I know a lot of mommies like cloth diapering. I know one that cloth diapers and loves it. I personally don't have the time to wash diapers weekly, daily, however often you need to wash them. So we've done diapers from day one, not the cloth diapering. So no. 19. Finish this sentence. You know you're a mom when you have more baby items in your purse than your own stuff. I feel like I'm always finding things in my purse that I didn't know were in there, and they're all Rory related, whether it's her cell phone or her sippy cup or goldfish or a hair bow that I pulled out of her hair when it was falling out of her hair, or anything like that. So that would definitely be mine. And number 20. Have you done the first mommy tag? No, I think I said that in the beginning. I did not do the first mommy tag. I may now though. Alright, so that was the Mommy 2.0 tag. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'd love to answer your comments and questions. Have a good night. Bye.